So morning, welcome along to Eclipse Motorcycles, back out with RB, and we're going to be riding this today. This is the first one of two that are going out over the next couple of weeks. These are the Tempest GT, slightly different from the standard Tempest. This one is in the red and the black with the silver flashes. They do other colours, but the red and the black is probably the best colour that a lot of people find. Just having a quick look around the bike. So you've got those metal side panels that tell you it's fuel injected, 125cc engine, and a very cafe racer look to this bike. Little screen to the front, and just check out the front end on that. That does look mean. Just going down the side of the bike, full stainless system on that, and those nice rear pillion pegs that are set quite high. You can get a pillion on this just to remove that rear cover. And that nice low tail tidy to the rear on this one. Disc brakes all round on a combined braking system on this one. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this one out, and I've got this running so you can just hear the brap of that engine. It's got a very low chug to it. Love riding these Tempests, absolutely gorgeous. And just check out the seat on this. Lovely suede look to the seat on this, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to get out. Now, sitting on this, I'm very flat-footed. I can actually bend my legs on this. Now, the peg position is slightly set back as if it was a sports bike. So it's not a mid-peg, it's sort of a couple of inches back from the mid-peg position on this one. But it's got a very nice feel once you've got your feet up. Display on this, very simplistic. Rev counter to the outside, miles an hour. Odometer to the bottom, your gear position indicator, and your fuel is just off to the right of that LED display there. So very easy to actually look, but just get a brap of that engine. Now, when we did the first ride on this one, a lot of people said sounds very brappy for a 125. It does, and it doesn't have to get up to speed quick as well. We're going to get this one out in traffic. We're going to run down the dual carriageway, and then we're going to get some urban in. Just working through the box on this. Third, fourth, up to fifth gear. But that engine tone is absolutely glorious on this. Now, we have sold two of these, so this is the first one of the two ride tests. So this is bike number one. And two customers came in to look at bikes, obviously had a look at the Michigans, had a look at the ZSBs, and then saw these and then, oh, what is that? That is the Tempest GT. It's a little bit more money, but you get a lot of bang for your buck on these ones. And just coming in on the rear brake today, because it is very icy, but that combined braking system, very effective. And just check out the headlight on these rear number plate. So the light on this, even during the day, is very bright. And obviously we're on fresh tyres. It's decided cold and icy. It snowed last night, start of spring, and we're still getting snow. Once you get the power on, gets up to the ride test mileage of the speed very quickly. It's sitting around about 43 at the moment. Obviously we tend to stick around about the 40, burst to 45 for the sake of running in. And a lot of people have commented on the running in procedure that we do. We are very finicky. And for all of those that ask questions on every video, what is the running in procedure on any Lexmoto 125, and I will take you through it one more time. 40 mile an hour, burst to 45. Let's try to stick to around about 40 for your first 500 kilometers. That is 311 miles. Have a service, which is normally oil filter change, check the bike all over, have a look at the spark plug, quick visual check, have your service, and then you can do 50 mile an hour, burst to 55, but stick to around 50 mile an hour. That will take you to 1500 kilometers or 932 miles. Second service, same thing again, oil and filter change, check your tappets if needed, and of course grease, adjust and lubricate the chain. Once you've had that second service, you are good to go. And obviously the tank on this, I can tuck my knees in very well to the back of this tank, and the mirrors on this set very wide. They are little round mirrors, but I've got a perfect view of the road behind. But as always, shoulder checks, people, make sure that you get your shoulder checks in. But I can see absolutely everything in those rear mirrors. And obviously different height riders will have different views, but the mirrors on these, you can adjust them by just pressing on the mirror. So they are swivel mirrors inside the holders. Very good idea. So working along, and we're doing a nice steady 40 mile an hour. Bit of a whine there from the brake pads. Wonder what that was. Straight out of the box, and a whiny brake pad. That has gone now. That's because I've not touched the brakes a lot. I've been using the engine braking. All good now. I was wondering what that was for the minute. So we're going to take this out, we're going to go some urban in a second, get the urban route in. But even on these cold roads with these tyres, it does handle very well. Now obviously I'm taking my time this morning, nice and steady through the corners, as you would with any bike in cold weather, wet weather. Take it a little bit easy, take your time, but she does handle very well, even in these cold weathers. And the brap of that exhaust gets you noticed very quickly. Just sit behind the lorry. My fingertips are starting to go numb already. Obviously my textile jacket, nice and warm, just apart from the cold fingers. So currently 5 miles in. We are going to shift lanes in a second. Quick shoulder check. Move to the outside lane, and then we're going to have a run around town just to show you what it's like moving around the town traffic. But even on the urban roads, keeps up with the flow of traffic, and it pulls absolutely lovely through that 5-speed box as well. Very easy with your thumbs to get to all the controls on this as well. Absolutely lovely. And you can just see the patches of black ice on this road as well, so nice and steady around town. Just keeping an eye on the cars behind me as well. Now with Lexmoto, they have released 2 bikes so far. Euro 5 is starting to come through. So the LXR has been launched, and that is going great guns at the moment. We took the black and gold one out. If you've not seen the LXR video, that was a little Keyway Superlight there. So the LXR is out. Black and gold ones are selling like hotcakes. So go and check out my video of the black and gold one. They do other colours as well, so they've got the red and white, the black and white. And they have just released the new Aura, which is Euro 5. There are more bikes coming, and we are awaiting stock at the moment. So all the bikes are all being Euro 5 at the moment. We're currently awaiting Titans. I am desperate to get hold of some Titans because the Titan is our best selling scooter. But most of the bikes are going to be arriving beginning of May, so I have been told. And obviously if you are looking at a Lexmoto bike, speak to your dealer, ask them what is going to be on the market, and obviously if you do want to get yourself a bike, the thing we always say, speak to your dealer, place your holding deposit and get a pre-order. And we had this last lockdown on the first one, we were saying to people, get your pre-orders in, reserve your bikes. A lot of people were placing pre-orders around about July, August for bikes and didn't get them till around about December. But as we always say, if you're interested in a bike, slam a pre-order down, get your pre-orders in, reserve yourself a bike, because once they all start coming out, they are going to be in very, very high demand. Especially with the LXRs. Obviously we had one in, we've got more coming. So far we've had about 20 inquiries on the LXR, and it's the same with these Tempest GTs. Lovely little bike, very brappy though, but an absolutely beautiful thing to ride. And obviously the difference between these and the standard Tempest, this has got the low silencer, the standard Tempest has got a mid silencer that comes about halfway up the bike, but it doesn't sound as good as this one. Just really taking it easy this morning. That ice on the road, you can just see it being picked up by the camera. There was a shed load of black ice everywhere. But around town in the 30s, absolutely beautiful. So first part of the ride test done. Second ride test to come up in a couple of days. We're going to take bike number 2 out a little bit later, when it warms up. Heading back to the garage for a cup of coffee. As always, link down the bottom, somewhere around here. Eclipse Motorcycles mk.co.uk is the website. Telephone number at the bottom, 01908 643 603. Don't forget, like, subscribe, leave your comments, notifications bell if you want to see the next video up. And we did the VMAX yesterday. It's a V4, yes I know, boo boo, I said a V twin, it's a V4. Just so in awe of that bike, it was absolutely beautiful to ride. And finally, easiest way to get to all my stuff, off the website redbomb.co.uk. Last page, social media, all the links for the garage, myself, are on there. And a very frozen RB, heading back to the garage. Until the next time, guys, and the second part of this ride test, where we're going to go and do a little bit of green laning. Be well, ride safe, And as always, it's a big goodbye from me.